Marty here with our favorite Minuteman, Wendy Snipes, here with our homie Preston Garvey. And of course, here we're at Egret Tours Marina here on the banks of the Charles River. And what we're going to do today is we're going to give you a tour of the facility here. So without further ado, I see the locals have planted some crops here on the wharf. It's fine and dandy. So several months previous to this, Wendy had ran into Phyllis Daly, who was the self-appointed caretaker of this area. She had some pretty serious issues, but kind of half reluctantly decided to allow the military to come in here and set up a what they're calling a fixed artillery position. So we're going to just first of all, we're going to go through the civilian kind of areas here. We have the stores in here and the clinic on the far end here. The storekeepers have their own little sleeping quarters, as you can see. So up here we have of course the Minutemen have a presence here in this facility. So these are the quarters for the Minutemen, and over in the original building we have kind of a bit of a restaurant type of area where people can sit down and grab a bite. That's for both military and civilians, and of course this area is for the civilians. They basically the farmers have crops growing in plots on the roof. And here's our CO right here. Not sure what he's doing up here. Now, and there's Phyllis there. Hey Phyllis, how are you? Yeah, so basically what goes on here is the military came in and hastily put together a few facilities here, including these barracks. They have the gunners basically bunking out in this area here, and the CO of course has his own quarters here with a terminal to keep control of the comings and goings of his personnel. And they have a little R&R area here in the front, and of course a few weapons here that they can grab if there is hey, you're not supposed to be in here, you're civilian. I should put a sign up, I guess, military only. Yeah, perhaps I should. Yeah, so of course the Minutemen, there we go, there's the token dogs, and they have is there any Minutemen guards? I don't think there are any Minutemen guards. These are all military, of course, because well, that's whose guns they belong to. These are actually I think they're called I did a little tiny bit of research, and the best I can come up with was a 12-inch coastal defense mortar that was deployed up until the end of the Second World War, roughly, by the U.S. military. And I didn't find out what branch of the military actually deployed and manned those positions, but this particular weapon here very closely resembles the M1890 MI 12-inch mortar. You can do a Wikipedia search on that, and it'll give you quite a few details, including the effective firing range and so on. For the different kinds of ordnance that they were using, and it appears that with a 700-pound shell, this thing could lob a 700-pound shell probably about 13 kilometers. And in my I guess adjacent research, I was looking at the current city of Boston. Of course, everyone knows that the Commonwealth is basically, actually Fallout 4 is basically located in the city of Boston. So I did some research, and I found that between Fort Independence, which is actually a location in Boston, and Natick, which is probably half a dozen or so kilometers over that way, or maybe a little farther. It's just under 30 kilometers between Natick and Fort Independence. It's about 17 kilometers between Fort Independence and the banks of the Charles River right here. So the guns that are at Fort Independence can't reach all the way over here. So this is one of the reasons why in my scenario here, the military picked this location as a suitable location for this placement. So and here we have the quartermaster's location here, and of course he has all kinds of goodies for his personnel to use in case of either attack or in case they are called upon to lay down fire on a position somewhere within that 13 kilometer radius. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Again, now you're probably thinking 700-pound shell, one guy is definitely not going to be able to lug a 700-pound shell up there, and you're absolutely correct. That ordnance would likely require some kind of mechanical transport system between its storage location and the actual the gun itself. So just as a heads up, this is a Fallout 4 No-Mods build, so no special forklifts or large ordnance canisters or stuff like that you'll find in a lot of the mods. I don't have access to a lot of that stuff, so I basically did what I could with what I had, and so that's how it turned out. I thought it turned out half decent, and again, it's my scenario here was basically, in the space of 4 to 6 months or whatever, the military came in and basically put in all these facilities. So great job, I would say. Pat on the back to you guys, and so happy birthday to I guess it's the armed forces. My apologies, Rob, for any discrepancies or errors in my descriptions. You know what? All in all, not a bad little location. All right, I hope you enjoyed the tour, and Wendy here and her homie Preston down there will see you on the next build. All right, cheers. Take care.